A difficult decision, Bratan. But that Gov Nuke bark gave you no choice.
Tell that to the prisoners. You'll have Interpol rendezvous with Kavanaugh's submersible.
As soon as you unlock it, use the touchscreen in the security room above you. It'll shut off the lockdown, so you can return to the base.
And why would I want to go there?
Use your head, Tuvok. The last thing standing between you and Megan Reed is bark.
Kavanaugh, I've unlocked the hatch and I'm transmitting the coordinates to a rendezvous site.
Oh, thank God. I thought when the code yellow started...
It's over. Just make sure Interpol gets that evidence. I'm going after Burke. Jensen out.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject not.
Corporal Tyler? Or should I say Adam Jensen? That's right. I know who you are now. Geithner wasn't quite as good at hiding her tracks as she thought she was. If you think Kavanaugh's escape changed anything, you're wrong. Bell Tower will track her down. And on the off chance the good doctor does spill her guts to someone, anything she says will be discredited. Still, I admire your ruthlessness. To save the life of one woman, you allowed 100 more to die. That takes strength of will. The Reed woman, this Megan you've been searching for, she's not here. And the only thing standing between you and the ship that could take you to her is me. I underestimated you back on the ship. I won't be doing it again.
Lad, you there?
Quinn? Where are you?
Getting me arse out of Dodge. Burke's had enough, and he's gunning for you. And I don't intend on being caught in the bloody crossfire. But listen, about the gas. I know it wasn't easy, but you did what had to be done. Head to me shop. I left you a thing or two so you can give him hell. I'd like to say we'd meet again over a pint sometime, but... well, Godspeed, mate.
Nothing you've done here will make a difference. You know, Jensen. You know how human nature is. It's only a matter of time before my men find you, Jensen. There's really nowhere for you to go. this technology. The cost may seem steep, but the cost of not developing it is infinitely steep. Who's in on this, Jensen? Now, I know about Keitner, of course, but I suspect someone else is handling this.
Access granted. You think we've gone too far with our little project. But ask yourself, how much further you'd go to save Reed, one woman, before you judge me? How did Keitner recruit you, Jensen? She used Reed as a carrot? Access granted.
If I'd have known you were going to cause me so much trouble, I would have never given in to my curiosity about you.
Surprised? I assumed the man who took out both Barrett and Fedorova would favor more of a frontal assault. You are a tough one to read, Jensen. Stowing away aboard an enemy ship headed God knows where to balls. No one's brash, reckless. Surviving this long, alone, surrounded by trained soldiers out to get
Who
you.
is it?
Very impressive.
You gotta
for
stay out
nothing
there,
but
goddammit.
Dick's cock.
See that?
Stay alert.
Identify yourself. I do not have a confirmation yet. Hostile in the area. Keep searching. Make the call. Make the call.
Nothing you've done here will make a difference.
Make
You
the call.
know, Jensen. You know how human nature is.
Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Come here. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call.
Can you hear me, Jensen? How much longer do you think you can last?
Make the call. Make the call. Gotta be. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call.
How did Geiger treat you, Jensen? She used Reed as a carrot?
Make the call. Make the call. Go! Go! Double time! Responding! Confirm sighting? Initiate search pattern beta.
Stowing away aboard an enemy ship headed God knows where took balls. It was brash, reckless. You think we've gone too far with our little project. But ask yourselves, how much further you go to save Reed? One woman before you judge me. You don't hold these soldiers' lives in high regard, do you, Jensen? I find that ironic. It's only a matter of time before my men find you, Jensen. There's nowhere for you to go.
I'll find you, you little shit.
If it makes you feel any better about Katner's death, I doubt you had any intention of sending you on to the good doctor. pity. You've condemned me for my actions, Jensen. But look at the lengths you've gone to find one woman. Wasted potential. Although from what I've heard, I suspect you'll still be of use to me dead. It's strong. It may have served you well in the past, but ultimately, it's a fate.
Enter combat.
You're an aggressive warrior, Jensen. It's a shame. Idealistic. I'm curious. How far do you think Dr. Reed would go for her research? I think you'd be surprised, Jensen. There's no way off this base except through me, Jensen.
I got a body here. What about? I do not have a confirmation yet. Hostile in the area. Keep searching.
So short-sighted, you disappoint me. How can a man so gifted be so blind? So much righteous anger, Judge. Jury and executioner, eh, Jensen? Small-minded fool. You're a hypocrite. Jensen, you question my motives and methods, but look at yourself. You're a killer, nothing else. I'm curious. How far do you think Dr. Reed would go for her research? I think you'd be surprised, Jensen. Is your cause any more worthy than mine, Jensen? You seem to think it excuses your own murders.
Access granted.
Your head's strong. It may have served you well in the past, but ultimately, it's a fate.
It sounds like your struggles are almost over, Bratan. Is Burke dead?
I'm standing, he's not. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, you don't make things easy, do you? Still, with Burke out of the picture even briefly, as a power vacuum I can use. Return to loading bay 2. The doors between here and the docking platform will be open for you.
Last time I passed through there, Burke's men were still waiting for me.
Not anymore. Burke has just ordered them away.
Great. Except I came here looking for Megan Reed, Bratan. I can't leave without knowing.
There is a boat heading toward our location as we speak. If you hurry, you can be on it.
Bratan,
Quinn?
I'm afraid our good friend Quinn met with an unfortunate incident during all the commotion and is no longer with us.
Your voice. It was you this whole time. Who are you?
For the moment, I'm between identities. I apologize for the duplicity, but it was a necessary precaution. You had to be kept in the dark.
And Keitner? Did she know?
Commander Keitner's perception was much like yours, shrouded. She saw what she needed to see, and was told what she needed to hear in order for me to complete the mission.
So we were both pawns. Except she's dead and I'm not. So where does that leave me in your grand design?
We are all pawns in someone else's grand design, Mr. Jensen. But that doesn't make Natanya's death any less tragic. Your actions ensured her sacrifice was not made in vain, however. Dr. Kavanagh made it out safely, and is on her way to the rendezvous site. She will expose the truth in due time.
Keitner wasn't the only one who died back there. Those prisoners.
Will be added to a long list of Bell Tower's atrocities. We will not let them be forgotten. We mustn't stay here much longer, Mr. Jensen, if we hope to get you away from this base.
I still have questions, Quinn, and I want answers. Real answers, no more bullshit.
You really want to waste time chatting, Bratan? Fine. I will answer what I can, but keep in mind you have a boat to catch.
Keitner said she had been approached by an agent from Interpol. It was you, wasn't it?
Very astute. When I learned of Commander Keitner's suspicions and insubordinate behavior towards Burke, I saw an opportunity. Pretending to be an agent of Interpol seemed the best way to gain her trust.
You mean you lied? So who do you work for?
A loose network of independent operatives, agents of conversion and equilibrium, who seek to expose corruption and assure humanity's natural progress. In truth, we are not affiliated with any global organization. But then, neither is our enemy, officially.
Your enemy? You're not just talking about Bell Tower anymore, are you? You're talking about...
The men and women who pull Bell Tower strings. The same men and women who ordered them to kidnap Megan Reed.
Bell Tower probably has a battalion on its way to clean up this mess. How do you plan on keeping what we did here a secret?
I'm delighted to say that Burke did most of the damage control for us. After requesting a profile search on you, he never explained why he needed it. I believe he wanted to keep control of you to himself. Since that time, we've been monitoring all incoming and outgoing communications, and the lockdown allowed me to discreetly install a tunneler, rerouting the base's network traffic. By the time Bell Tower realizes something is wrong, it will already be too late.
What about the rest of the base personnel?
Most of them think Burke is still in command. Technically, orders continue to be issued in his name, but I'm the one making the calls. I've also taken the liberty of cordoning off this sector of the base. For the moment, at least, we're safe.
Burke isn't exactly dead. And once he wakes up, it's gonna get ugly.
Like I said before, you haven't made things easier for us. But they haven't forgotten that small detail. For now, Buck remains contained. Once you're off the base, I'll find a more permanent solution.
About your employer.
I've said all there is to say about the matter. Perhaps, in due time, you will learn more when it is appropriate. Until then, we will cease this topic of discussion.
All right. Where's Megan?
I don't know for certain. But what I do know is that earlier today, Burke issued orders to have a large group of detainees transferred off this base. Supposedly, they will be assisting at another black site facility.
Kavanaugh said this was just the factory floor. You're sure Megan is at this other facility?
Nothing is ever certain in life, Mr. Jensen. But it is the best chance you have. Unfortunately, the cargo ship carrying the prisoners has already set sail. But I took the liberty to send out an urgent dispatch in Burke's name, ordering the ship's captain to hold position until one more detainee could be flown on board. In stasis. A helicopter is en route to pick you up.
Wait a second. You want me to get inside another stasis pod? Last time I got in one of those things, it didn't go so well.
I know it's far from ideal, but frankly, your options are quite limited. Although, I suppose you could try swimming there.
Better be the right fucking boat this time. Because I don't feel like coming back here anytime soon.
Don't worry, mate. It'll be grand. Besides, I thought you Americans liked riding off into the sunset.
It's done. Exactly as you instructed.
And yet you sound disappointed. You think we should have handled this differently?
I think we had a valuable asset in our hands, and we're letting him slip away. He could have been very useful in the coming storm.
A hand does not need to be clenched tightly to maintain its hold on someone. Jensen carries too much baggage right now. His obsession with Reed only serves to distract him.
We could have told him the truth.
He must discover it by himself. And when he does, if you have followed my instructions precisely, we will know how to find him.
Assuming he lives that long.